big welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for the time. Tonight we have a special episode of Beyond the NFT. We have one of Decentraland's day ones here with us. Big community member, big heart, amazing mind. So before we get started tonight, I want to give a big shout out to all of you. Big shout out to Brittany. Thank you for inspiring me to wear my body paint, Brittany. I busted out my body paint, so we're ready for the show tonight. Hello, 85. Thank you so much for joining us. Alan Howick, welcome, welcome, welcome. We got Odd Job in the building. We got a Warplet in the house. What's up, Warplet, Mr. Warplet? Make sure to stop by the Warplet habitat and feed him some bread and pigeons. Hello, Bitcoin, welcome. We got the Cube in the building. We got Derek in the house as well. Welcome, 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 Derek. Hello, dear amigos, welcome. Hello, Dr. Drip. We have the lovely Empress Trash. Welcome to La Cantina. Hello, Fancy. Mew, mew, mew. So good to see you. GM, you are the absolute best, M. I want to personally thank you for, shouting out the voting for NFT NYC and putting up one of your pocket buddies up for a prize to anyone who voted within a certain time period. So thank you, M, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. We got a Dr. Drip in the building. We have a Stony in the house. Awesome show, Stony. Mofire, Mofire, Mofire. Hell yeah, you lit up Casa Roustan earlier. Welcome, lovely 17. Thank you so much for being here. We got Marversal in the house, my G. We got Madam Miss. We got an old guy. We have a Rishi girl. Oh, Rishi made it. Welcome, Rishi girl. And hello, Sebga. And of course, I would like to give a warm welcome to Rena. She is a new user here on Decentraland. I've been seeing them rocking their altcoin radio gear that one of you gave to them. So thank you very much for, hooking them up. And yeah, Rena, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any of us. We are all very helpful and happy that you're here with us tonight. Okay, so now that we have, shouted out the most important aspect of Beyond the NFT, which is all of you, I would like to give a special shout out to Bucktown. Bucktown is our official sponsor of Beyond the NFT. If you'd like to learn more about the program, please head on over to bucktown.org/support. There you could read a little more about the project, as well as even pick up your very own Bucktown merchandise and NFTs. All proceedings go back to the program. Bucktown is a mixed martial arts program that is dedicated on empowering young combat athletes all around the world. Thank you, everyone. All right. Now that the bills are paid, we have a server for another month, hopefully. All right. I'm gonna go backstage. I'm gonna get our guest, Roustan, and we'll get started with tonight's show. All right. Stand by, everyone. Love you all. Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome to Beyond the NFT. I am your host, Sinful, and tonight we're joined by the incredibly talented Roustan, body painter, photographer, Web3 artist, and metaverse builder. He is the creator of the fun towel snap emote that you have been seeing him use all over Decentraland, and has just announced his stunning new Roustan body paint photo book, Volume 3. We'll also highlight Casa Rustan, as well as partake in a little bit of OP banter. Get ready for bold art, metaverse fun, and instructions on how to grab your very own towel snap emote. Let's go beyond the NFT. Welcome, my dear friend Rustan. Welcome back to Beyond the NFT. How are you today?
Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Thanks all for joining in Decentraland, especially always. Thanks for being here for me, and thanks for having me, Simple. I'm doing well.
It's always a good time having you on Beyond the NFT. You don't know like how hard I cheese every time, like, I may get a message from you like, hey, Sinful, when's the next opening for Beyond the NFT? I'm just already cheesing.
It's funny because I think about it, and I don't know how many times I've done it now. It's like four or five, right? But like I think like this is the first time I'm kind of talking about myself. Really, usually it's like to bring somebody else on.
Yes, yes. Usually, you are always like very, you're one of my biggest supports. You like you come in whether if it's like a creator like Ash that is
Yeah.
being our guest on Beyond the NFT, incredible individual, or yeah, just like promoting our friends. But I believe the last time we spoke about you was on the very first time that we had you on Beyond the NFT.
Yeah, and that was with Kevin on Earth too. It
Y-
was like a duo
yeah,
thing,
yep, yep.
which was really cool.
Oh
And then I and
man.
then I crashed and then I crashed Gene Simmons one and then Ash and then there was like one or two other ones. Can't
Yep,
remember.
yep, yep.
But I gotta say the same about you, right? You've always been very, very supportive of me. Since we're old geezers now in Decentraland.
Oh,
Um, like when we talk about Casa Rustan, you were there in the beginning.
mm,
Literally the day that I showed it privately to like four people from the aquarium.
yep, yep. To all the way to the the voting to try to get our the
Yeah, and that was
POI.
crazy.
Ooh,
That was crazy. Like I
you
don't know if people remember this or know this, but like back then it was really hard to get a POI. You needed so many votes and nobody had any VP. Nobody had any voting power. And I think Kazakhstan still has the most votes for a POI, especially for a single parcel.
hmm
And that was because the community like rallied together to do it for me. And like I'll never forget that. It was amazing.
Yes, yes, especially at those times. It's like, everything was very expensive on Decentraland. So, like, let's say, like, talking about one VP, that was like $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if my memory serves me correct, it's like that voting had like a couple hundred votes on it.
Yeah. It had like over 200 votes.
Yep.
Crazy.
Crazy and incredible, really happy that you got that POI, and Casa Rustan has been going strong ever since.
Yeah.
I like to, I always like to begin these shows by just passing the mic over to our guest, so you can give everyone a quick introduction. I know there is no introduction needed amongst our friends, but for any new listeners or anyone that hasn't heard you speak, that is here with us, yeah, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, who you are, why and how are you so incredible?
I'm a body painter. I've been painting on people's skin for 21 years. And in 2021, I dove into Web3.
You could hear us both. Okay, okay. That was interesting. Hold up. All right, we're getting back. Oh, I don't hear Sin. No. Okay, this is quite interesting. Alrighty. Plan B. Yeah, it is my Discord that's struggling right now. Let me do a full restart on Discord. Actually, did my streams go down? My streams went down. No, my streams are still going. An error has occurred. Oh, there we go. I do see my screen is back. All right, maybe Discord will be good to me. Okay, I think it's better now.
I can hear you.
I can hear you now. That was
Yeah,
odd.
boy.
That was very odd, but we got through it. Okay.
It's
Uh,
uh it's the man trying to keep us down always.
the man is always trying to keep us down, but we're not gonna let him. We're just gonna press buttons until we figure it out.
I'm
Okay.
hopping back in.
Okay, perfect. Yes, thank you, Fancy. We back. Thank you, Fancy and Sebka, for being our support here. You're like, oh, no, I don't hear Sin. I hear Roustan. I hear Roustan, but I don't hear Sin.
Going
For
back up the cantina escalator.
Yep, for a second,
Elevator.
even like the screen at La Cantina went black. I was like, what's going on?
Weird.
Yeah, it must have been some Wi-Fi or connection thing happening on my in my region or something.
I think it's meta. It's meta trying to shut us down.
It definitely is. They're like,
Too
look
much
at this
heat.
guy. Look at this
Too
guy.
much
No.
heat.
All right. So, okay. So the last part I heard was, you Rustan, you paint on people, and then cut.
Yeah. Yeah, I paint on people for 21 years, photography too, take pictures of them. 2021, I dove into Web3, never looked back. And really, as of the last month, I'm sort of deciding to call myself more of a multidisciplinary artist than just a body painter, as I continue to move forward in my life.
Amazing. So, you just mentioned you are known for painting directly on people and turning those moments into powerful photography. Um, like, how did this unique way of expressing yourself begin with for you?
I used to do a lot of illustration. I used to do a lot of comics and cartoons, and I was a caricature artist. And once I got like my first like real big freelance job was doing illustrations for an adult magazine. And I had also been airbrushing t-shirts and doing all sorts of crazy, freelance gigs. And for this magazine, I just sort of pitched the idea like, hey, I could paint one of the models for your photo spread,
Hmm.
and do a body painting. Let's try that. And they said yes, and the day I did my first one, I found myself basically, and I didn't even want to draw anymore. I just wanted to paint on people.
So from day one, from the first moment, you fell in love. So,
Yeah, basically. I mean, I was nervous. I was really scared and nervous. Like I didn't know what to expect.
mhm. So being a veteran within the art world in, this weird place we called IRL, what drew you to Web3 and Metaverse, and how did you find ways to connect your work, your body paint work with Web3?
Well, I was introduced to Bitcoin in 2014. I don't know if you can hear those police sirens, but they're coming after me.
Nope.
They're like they're trying to shut me down. Um, in 2014, I started dabbling with Bitcoin, messing around with poker, and I made my first cold wallet out of a little SpongeBob USB. And I was just kind of learning how to do it all, and it was so tedious and like confusing and painful that I kind of just like put it aside. And in 2021, after Beeple sold his $69 million NFT, everybody was posting, about that. And I saw this thumbnail on YouTube that said crypto and art. And because I had already understood crypto a little bit, that really intrigued me to see the word art next to it, And so I clicked and watched that video, and it was not a very long video, but like I immediately saw the potential, understood it, and it was like I was waiting my whole life for that moment to appear because like for what I do for a living, body painting, um, it was the best way to put my work out. Until then, it was like, okay, I can sell photo prints of it framed on the walls in galleries. I couldn't really sell videos. It was just display. I just put my videos on YouTube and that would be that. But but like I just immediately understood it, got it. Like a week or two later, I minted my first NFT as an experiment on YouTube, using YouTube to promote it, and those sold out like instantly, and the rest is history.
The rest is history. We jump forward to 2026 when you are on Beyond the NFT with Sinful.
Right.
so, so I guess we can, from here, we can transition into the real meat and potatoes of tonight's show, which is, highlighting your Roustan Body Paint Photo Book Volume 3. Currently, it is on Kickstarter. You are taking pledges to get it funded. Th- this book has over 250 images that you have painted and photographed yourself. What does this book mean to you, and what can people expect when they open it?
Man, this book is a unique one. Like it's like each book is kind of like a chapter in my life, in my career. The first book was like the early years, me learning how to body paint. That one, I like that first book. The original plan was like, I'm going to paint 100 body paintings and then print a book. That was my original goal. And then when I got to 100 body paintings, I didn't like what I had. So I just kept on painting. And then eventually I was like, all right, I should probably make that book now. So that book like displays, I forget what the number is. I think it was only 90 body paintings in the first book,
Mhm.
but I cut out probably like 100 body paintings that I just didn't like. And then that was that. And then the second book, after I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, the second book is pretty much everything that I did in my first 5 years in California. And that came out in 2019. And the third book started in 2020, which we all know was a hell of a year.
Hell of a
And
year
like
for all of us.
not just because of the pandemic, but also because of the birth of crypto art and all the crazy things in the metaverse that many of us here have experienced. And so like it really shifted my focus. And also during that time, my YouTube really started to take off. I'm almost at 500,000 subscribers now, and so I was focusing heavily on YouTube, putting out content every week. So I was just like painting, 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 more painting, put it out there. Like I tend to be like make something, put it out there, and forget about it. Like I forget to sell it in some cases. Obviously, crypto art was a different story. Once I started to focus on crypto art, I was like, wow, this is just the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And I started to really um, develop collectors and make some crypto money that way, which enabled me to buy my first parcel in Decentraland. But like this year, I kind of like in around November, December, around the fall. I almost lost my YouTube channel. The advent of AI, another thing in these last six years,
Hmm.
YouTube now has these crazy AI support bots that go around scraping everything and just they have zero tolerance for nudity. And I got two strikes on my channel and almost lost it. And I had to take down 400 videos to so that I wouldn't get a third strike. And then so I started just sort of like thinking a little bit about like, maybe I should like show in a gallery again, which I hadn't done for many years. And so I was actually asked by a local gallery to do a solo show, and I didn't want to do it. But then I like sat down and I was like, this is the like first this is literally the first time in my life that a gallery was like practically begging me to do a solo show, and like that never happens. And so I was like, let's do this. So I did it, and it went down just as I thought it would. Like it's a lot of work. There's a lot of labor. You got to print, you got to hang it,
Hmm.
you got to like package things up, you got to give big commissions to the galleries for sales, and it's just like extremely inconvenient compared to NFTs,
Hmm.
which I knew was going to happen. But and then at the same time, one of my other friends opened up a gallery with his family, and it's literally the most beautiful gallery that I've ever shown at. And that was the one that I had Stony Eye DJing at. He was helping me with
Okay.
that, and I sold some NFTs and connected Decentraland into the gallery and had people, you know, participating on both ends of the spectrum. And I sort of came to this decision like if there's going to be any gallery I show at, it's only going to be that one
Hmm.
from here on out because they understand my Web3 desires more than anybody else. And yeah, like at that gallery, I ran into DJ Thes One, who is one half of People Under the Stairs,
Okay.
a legendary hip hop group from the late '90s, early 2000s. R.I.P. Double K, his partner, and he DJ'd my second solo show in 2019, which was huge. There was like 500 people RSVP'd, and it was just like the most insane time ever. And I hadn't seen him since then. And he came to that gallery, and I saw him again, and he was like, "Yo, when are we gonna do another show?" And I was like, "I don't really want to. I don't
Yeah.
really want to do another show, as cool as it is. And like, how do we top that last one we did? And he like talked me into it, and he also with like the point of this big long-winded story is like because of the trouble with YouTube and because of his interest, I was like, you know what, maybe I should, like, I have enough content to make a third book, which also, speaking of like labor of love, it's a lot of work to make a book, and run a Kickstarter. And I was like, let's do this. Let's look at my content. And I had done so many body paintings in the last 6 years. It was stupid. I had to cut so much out of this book. It's insane. And I packed as much as I possibly could into um, 260 pages. Like that, the book could have easily been like 400 pages, and I cut down a lot of stuff to make it work, and which is
Hmm.
good, because you don't need to put everything in there. But yeah, so that's one you can thank for talking me into doing this old-fashioned thing again because I am so deep into Web3 now. And I asked him if he would write the foreword for the book, and he said yes. And so here we are today. Now pumping it out, and we're nearly at success. So
Yeah, yeah. Like right here, I'm seeing on the Kickstarter, like this is an all or nothing kind of project. It either reaches the funding goal or it doesn't happen. So far, 107 backers with 23 days to go. So it looks like we are going at a good rate here, so far.
yeah, yeah, what's cool about Kickstarter is it shows like in my profile, I can look up all my past. This is my fifth Kickstarter, I think, and I've been successful on all of them. So I'm able to compare, um, and contrast. And this one is doing better financially than the previous two. So that's a really good sign, and all signs point towards it being successful. Knock on wood. Um, so it's exciting. I can't wait for it to cross the threshold because then I can sort of relax a little bit
Hmm.
because it is like I'm more cool about it this time than I was last time because on weekends it slows down tremendously and you just naturally start to panic about it.
Yep.
This time, like, yeah, no, weekends it slows down, don't sweat it. And I should like one thing. Speaking of like with that said that my profile shows me lots of stats and stuff.
Yeah.
I really wanted to say this more than anything else today. I think it's relevant to all of us and shows value that I wish the whole world could see. So, like I said, I have half a million, almost half a million subscribers on YouTube. I have like over 20,000 followers on Instagram. Same with Twitter. I have like 1,000 patrons on my Patreon. I have like 1,000 people on my mailing list. And when I go through the stats, the the biggest chunk of backers, with the exception of like my mailing list and like previous backers from my previous campaigns, is Decentraland. I have I have 9 backers from Decentraland, 2 from Web3. Ash Nova, who handles OP badges, or former co-founder of OP badges. The rest are Decentraland. YouTube has 8, I think, backers. Twitter has 7. Instagram has 5. Patreon has 2.
Hmm.
So, like, in this world where everybody highly values social media, even with my numbers, the Decentraland Familia is supporting me more than my social media is. And that's like extremely relevant to me and to things that I've been preaching for years. Like I've said in the past that I was a early adopter and a big fan of Google Plus. I think Google Plus was like one of the best social media platforms ever that got crushed by Facebook's marketing, putting out FUD that killed it basically.
Hmm.
Um, which I've warned could happen to Decentraland. Whoever's up against us, that's all you need to do is put out FUD, which they've tried consistently, right?
Yep.
But the best way to sell anything is to just be yourself, right? Be authentic, build a community, build friends, and
Hmm.
there's really I can't think of a greater place than Decentraland to do that,
Hmm.
to meet people, get to know them, become friends, to genuinely meet people, not with no intentions, no motivations, right? Like,
Yep. Yep.
and these analytics from Kickstarter has shown me that that's true.
Wow. I mean, I almost feel like these analytics would be something like pretty cool to kind of just show Kim, for example. Like I think
Oh, totally.
she would be find some interest within that and think it's very, very cool. Because you're right, the Central Land is a special place for sure. All the friendships that we've made over the years here, like, are definitely lasting friendships and without any expectations, like that is like one of the biggest parts, I feel. so
Definitely.
as we've been talking, you have received one new backer. I just saw it jump from 107 backers to 108, and the pledge is
Oh yeah.
up over 10,000.
We broke the 5 digits
Let's go. Thank
live on
you.
Beyond NFT.
Right, right. It would.
I think I know who that might be, but I'm not 100% sure yet.
Yeah, right. It could be a fancy. It could be many other friends. I mean, we have La Cantina here with 24 friends and a few watching on Twitch. I know that Meg had to be away from his PC, but he's still watching us tonight.
Nice. Love that boy.
Oh man, that man. Oh, I wish I had half his energy. Like at
Yeah.
my age, like, oh my lord, that dude is like older than me and runs circles around me.
Yeah, totally. Well,
Hmm.
there's like another thing that I'd love to sort of add to what I was saying.
Hmm.
is like when I was a kid, and I guess I have to speak for myself only, but I just really believe that this could be true for almost anybody. Like when I was a kid, drawing all the time, I never had any thoughts about I want to draw for money. I want to make money with this. I wanted to draw because I wanted to get good at drawing, or I just like veered towards drawing
Mhm.
all the time. And when I started body painting, it was the same thing. When I was a caricature artist, I started doing caricatures in this theme park, and I was worried that I wouldn't make enough money to pay my bills. And it's like within a week or two, I was making more than enough money than I needed. So I didn't care about it.
Yeah.
And I only cared about getting better at caricature. And then partway through my body painting career, after 5 years, I started competing and doing well and getting sponsorships and getting money thrown at me. And it started to get really complicated, like money really complicates things.
Hmm.
And so for a handful of years there, I probably got to this case where I was like starting to paint for money, and it wasn't as fun. I didn't enjoy it as much. And I had to get out of that. I had to get out of that racket. And I still painted for money, but that wasn't my focus anymore, right? Was going after the money. It was like returning to that pure state where it's like, no, make things because you want to make them. And as a result, like things just got better. I had fun, I was enjoying it, and money was coming in. And when Web3 started with Decentraland, I had already like conditioned myself in that state and just applied it in
Hmm.
Web3. And I'm sure you guys have heard me promote that over and over again. Like, don't worry about the money, don't worry about the money. Just like make cool shit, put it out there. And I live by that. I stand by that very hard. Again, like, this is just my opinion. But I don't know. I feel like today more than ever that's more true, and you can really thrive off of that. And I think we see in Decentraland, um especially us old geezers, uh who's still here, who was here in 21 that is still here now, that wasn't in it for the money, and you see who comes back looking for the money too at the same time. It's pretty funny. Like, there's a handful of us that have been here through the bear market and we're rocking it, and money was never the focus, and we're still here putting out cool shit. And I see Fancy in the chat saying that it was him. Thank you, Fancy. Thank you, Fancy, for making that pledge. I'm gonna send you a towel snap emote right now.
Ooh, all right, all right. Speaking of towel snap emotes, what? How do we get them, Rustan?
Oh, you just gotta back the Kickstarter to get it. I'm never going to list these. Once the Kickstarter's over, I'm going to no longer make them available. Whatever number is left. I don't. It's a legendary. I don't expect it to go over 100. I mean, if it does, while supplies last, I guess. Um, but hold on, I'm trying to mint this
Yep, yep.
real quick. Give me a second. Um, you can. You can back any tier $40 above. So you can just get the book and you'll get the towel snap. If you don't want the book, which I totally understand, some people don't like books of nudity, but you just really, really want that emote, you can just pledge $40 for no reward.
Hmm.
And because also international shipping sucks, right? So like one
Yeah.
book plus shipping, the shipping is like $35. So it makes it like $75. So I totally understand that, but that's pretty much the only way anybody's going to get this towel snap. I'll probably hang on to like a couple extra just in case of there being some weird issues after this Kickstarter that I'm not don't know what to expect,
Mhm.
But this is the only way to get it. After the Kickstarter, I'm going to shut it down and I'm going to burn the remaining available ones, make it limited.
All right. So with that said, we have until June 11th to back Rustan's book and receive our towel snap emote or be
And
eligible.
I happily ask that anyone that has the emote right now, you're free to towel snap me the entire Beyond the NFT.
Yeah, yeah. Let's to anyone that has it, let's get a towel snap circle going on Roustan over here. I'll record the whole thing. There's Dr. Drip. Dr. Drip is positioning himself already.
I just sent it to Fancy, so in a few minutes, Fancy, hopefully you get it. I know Decentraland can be kind of slow sometimes, though. But yeah, I know Quan has it. Who else is here that has it? Scat has it. Uh, there's a good number of people. Billy T Coin. Just actually, I want to shout out everyone who's backed it. Really
Yes,
quickly.
please, please do.
Because huge thanks to Decentraland fam. Make was first. Make was
Wow.
the first person to back it. Ash from Hyperfy, Peter Parker Webb, Dr. Drip, Scat, OX Quan, Nova from OP Badges, Shelly Van,
Shelly Van.
Stony Eye, Odd Job, and Billy T Coin, and now Fancy. Thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate the support and the love always.
Nice, nice. Is that Odd Job's Warplet doing the
Yeah,
emo? Like that's kind of funny.
that's hilarious. He's getting me right in the peanuts.
Right in the peanuts. Here comes Quan. Here comes Quan
Now,
to add
if you're
to.
you're recording this, right? Because if I try to record this, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh,
My computer's gonna die.
I am rotating
This is too
around you.
funny.
Getting all the different angles of the abuse.
Yeah, so I gotta say too, Fancy and Billy, with the latest backs. So they got the top tier, which is unreal. Like, thank you very much for that big support. But that leaves 3 copies left of my first volume in the entire collection. So there's only 3 left, which is crazy from my first book. So that's going to become kind of a rare one. But
Hmm.
there's still plenty of single copies of volume 3, and there's plenty of double copies of books 2 and 3.
Are they all autographed?
Yeah, they're all going to be autographed. That's
Ooh.
uh that's the third part of this job that is heavy, heavy and tedious. This is like signing, packing, and shipping all these books. Like one of the other things that I did not miss when it came to NFTs, but it'll be like the nice last one. And this is definitely going to be my last hardcover book. Any future books are going to have to be taken on by a publisher or something because like I don't know if I've grown soft or if it's just because I'm getting older, but holy cow, man. Like designing the book, running a Kickstarter, and then the shipping part is always brutal. But man, I forgot how hard it is to make a book.
Yeah, like maybe we can talk about like what are some of the logistical aspects of making the book, getting the book ready, like from a independent point of view, opposed to like you mentioned going through a publisher.
Oh man, it's hard. It's hard. But the trade-off is I'm not handing off profits to some random person who swallows it all.
Hmm.
I control every part of it. Nobody edits it. Nobody tells me what I can and can't do, which I love. But I had to sit there. It took me 2 weeks to organize all the images in the book of over 150 body paintings from the last 6 years, and then pick my favorites from each photo shoot, which in some cases had like 500 photos,
Hmm.
and then lay them out and add some text to some of the images, telling a little behind the scenes stories, things like
Hmm.
that. It's a huge undertaking to design a 260 page hardcover book. That was just the first step, and like going through that, I was like pretty tired. That's step one,
Yeah.
and then setting up the Kickstarter it's a daily ask of promotion.
Hmm.
I've been like, luckily, I'm like well trained now after all these years and conditioned to do this. But like last week alone, I made the front page of Reddit 3 times, which is really hard to do. It's hard to get on
Wow.
the front page of Reddit, and I got 3 of them. There's one going right now, and messaging blogs, daily posts on all social media platforms. It's just it's a crazy task for a one man team,
Hmm.
and so yeah, I'm going for it, putting it out there, and it's like the cool thing, like it's crazy to me that I have 3 books. That's insane. And it's all really a huge labor of love, and I've done really well as a result of following my heart, following my passion, things that people try to kill in you.
Yep, yep. Yeah, the what some would try to call the soft targets. Like, they always try to attack like where you're most great, where your greatness lies, and you're one of those individuals that I look up to, especially since entering like this world of like show hosting and content creation. Like believe it or not, Rustan, you've taught me a lot, and I look towards you as like as a mentor and for
Thank
guidance.
you very much. Honored.
Um,
I'm honored to hear that. I mean, for like that's special to me because like most of the world, I mean, it feels like most of the world. It's not most of the world. You get a lot of praise when you have like the exposure that I've gotten with my work. You get a lot
mhm,
of praise, but I generally don't hear praise unless it's like from an artist or someone that I respect a lot, like in my learning years.
mhm.
And when they say good job, I'm like, oh shit, they say good job. That's big.
Yep, yep.
All other praise like goes right through my head, and I get a lot of hate, and I get a lot of hate, and for a while there, I consumed some of the hate, and then I had to
Mhm,
learn to grow a thick skin and ignore the hate too. So as a result, I don't hear praise or hate as often anymore.
mhm.
But like I said, someone I respect, Sinful-MeatStick, when you say something like that to me, I hear you, and I'm honored by that, and thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, likewise. And you are the like how you just mentioned about like how the praise that kind of stands out to you maybe from an artist that says good job from back in your learning years. Like, I mean, I am currently still in my learning years, and I've been in my learning years ever since the very start. So, like, yeah, always looking up to you. Even if you notice that I'm not asking as many questions, I'm watching what you're doing, Rustan, and I love
That's
it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And
um,
I
I,
just noticed that I think Brittany has supported the Kickstarter with the top tier too. Thank you very much, Brittany. Brittany's always been someone I've noticed. When I say I don't usually see praise, but I see Brittany always reposting my posts of my videos, and I highly appreciate that. I notice, and now like I'm not surprised. I'm super grateful that Brittany is backing my book, and she got the top tier. So there's only 2 left, but
oh,
like Brittany, thank you so much. You're gonna love the books. The books are of the highest quality, and I'm fully confident that you won't regret your support.
oh man, they're I think our friends are gonna make me just bust out my credit card in the middle of the show because I'm gunning for one of those top tiers. So guys, like you get that top tier before I do. I might be claiming the last one. I might not because one of you has, but if you did, like I'd be happy to see that were able to claim it. Um,
No
yeah.
expectations. No, I wish that Kickstarter offered crypto options and PayPal options, but they're still stuck back in Web 2. So it's
Mhm.
super crazy. This really is like a awesome demonstration of the power of Decentraland and Web 3. And like you said, Kim should see these results, because you guys not only are you like showing up, but you're like doing it despite crypto not being an option, which I think is crazy.
Mhm.
Like you're doing what you're not supposed to do. It's awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah, yeah. So, Oh man, I wish I could find the post, but oh, I found it. I found it. Yes. Okay, so it was regarding all the hate that you've gotten over the years and
Oh yeah.
how kind of like, you've learned to let it roll off. And so then on screen right now, I pulled up the it was a promotional post that you had done for one for a gallery show that you were
Yeah.
hosting, where you took the hate from over the years and you drew it on the floor
Yeah.
for everyone to step on
Yeah.
it.
It's
Uh,
something that I'd wanted to do for like over a decade. I've been saving the craziest, most hateful comments that I've ever received, and some of the ones that just made me laugh.
mhm,
Um, and this gallery that asked me to show in their space, like I'd wanted to do this forever, and I was like, this is going to be probably my last solo show. That's what I thought at the time, and it probably still is, unless like someone else manages it for me.
mhm,
But I'm like, this is where I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do this here. So I researched the best kind of pen, basically, to
mhm.
write use on the floor that people could walk on and just slightly destroy it, but not like make a mess,
Okay.
And and I sat there for 3 hours writing all the hate on the floor, and which includes, I have to say, the first hate comment that Jared ever said of me.
Was that the first Decentraland hate comment that you got to, or were there others?
um, I think so. I think it was. I mean, there's no better person to give it.
Hmm.
And of course, I'd already been like well conditioned in handling hate, so I didn't respond or anything engage.
Yep.
And we since have become good friends, and he's apologized, and like the way I responded was minting a neat. People could come to Casa Roustan and claim a neat with a picture of his hate on the neat.
Yep.
And so like I think like almost 400 people claimed that. And then what's really cool about it to me was that Jared at the time didn't claim the neat. He didn't attend that party because he didn't like me.
Hmm.
But years later, he's like, "Is there any way you can like mint that neat for me?" And so he has the last neat of that, which is really cool. And
Nice.
I showed him a picture of his line on the floor there,
Hmm.
and he was like, he said he was both honored and embarrassed at the same time.
Y yeah, but like kind of I think that story, that scenario is kind of like a tribute to like maybe like sometimes maybe someone's having a bad day, or perhaps maybe they just need to be seen, like just like by like through you just like acknowledging the the post or like what they said, and eventually like just getting to know the person. There's always like an opportunity to get to know someone better, despite what words they may have said in the past when they didn't know you.
Right,
Hmm.
right. And I remember the day, like he was still attacking me
He was
publicly,
he was
and I
attacking a
just
lot of
said,
us.
yeah, and I was just like, hey Jared, like I think if you met me in person that we could be friends. Let's have a chat. And we talked in DM for like 45 minutes or so, and we just became friends. And it was beautiful. And if there's any person in Decentraland that knows how to publicly admit when he's wrong in the world, I've never met anyone like Jared who's capable of doing that, admitting that he's wrong.
Yep.
And I respect that. I respect that a lot.
Yep.
I just saw that GraphCal and CubeMan both backed my Kickstarter.
You
Thank you both guys. I'm
you
going
got
to send you the towel snap right now.
you guys didn't take the top tier, did you? If you did, I'm proud of you
I
for beating
think
me to it.
I think CubeMan scored one. Yeah.
Ah, there's one more left. One more left. You guys are gonna should deprive me of buying all three books. Ah,
I wish
We'll
I
get
could
there. We'll
say
get
that there was an extra one, but I don't think I have any more that I can, like,
there.
that's literally sold out right there.
I'll buy it off second market, off maybe like one of your like super OG holders that
I
you
know that
never
there's
know.
like a few on Amazon, but they're like really crazy priced. They're not mine. They're like people selling it. Um,
I
and
mean,
there's a couple.
mhm,
There's a couple at my friend's gallery that I'm probably gonna have to steal from him.
just like be like, I need one of these. Uh,
I'm going to. I sent GraphGal Cube Man. I'm about to get you looking for Cube on the.
I was today years old when I found out that the DCL camera mode has zoom in. Like if you use your wheel, you could zoom in.
Oh yeah, today you figured that out today.
Yes, I was today years old.
That's hilarious.
I'm zooming in on Bali right now. Look at him. He thinks he's hiding behind that chair, but I see him. I see Bali.
Okay, GraphCals is sent. Getting you Cube Man right now. How cool is this? It's so much easier to send an emote than a book.
Yeah, so where was I gonna go with all these? Oh yeah, kind of okay, yeah, I think we did cover like kind of like my next questions, which was like, talking about like challenges or special moments within the creation of the books, which you have um, we have spoken about. Um, so be beyond this book, are there any other exciting things coming soon from Roustan, the one and only?
Well, yeah. So there's a special thing coming with the book that I haven't publicized to anyone. Um, and I can't publicly say it here, but basically anybody who gets the book is going to get something else with of value. And I'll just say that it might have to do with the person writing my forward. Um, that's all I can say about that. That is like, I'll say that's like a 90% for sure thing going to happen. That's why I'm not making it public. I never make anything public that is not 100%
Hmm.
totally fact, but I'm pretty confident this will happen, and it's pretty cool, and could potentially get your expense right back that you spent on the book. But other than that, October 30th. So that's one, and we did the show in 2019, and he was pretty much the inspiration for me to put this book out and prepare for another big show in California on October 30th, the day before Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. It makes a lot of sense to do body painting around Halloween.
Hmm.
So we're going to have a huge show in California. Most likely, I'll stream it to Decentraland somehow again, and it'll be just basically the celebration of the book release, and it's going to be an insanely stupid event. It's going to be crazy.
Ooh, I cannot wait. And there's always Rustan, you know that like if you ever like need help or assistance on my end, I'm always
Yeah.
here to be here for you.
Thank you very much, brother.
Um, so okay, very exciting. I'm gonna put that in my list here to kind of like keep an eye out for. I'm sure I might get a DM from you. Um, So, going back to volume three of your book, who are some models that you're very excited about being
Oh
featured
man,
on the book?
every single one of them. Anybody who lets me vandalize their body, I have forever grateful to.
Yeah, for sure.
Every single one of them. But with that said, my two main cats, Sawyer and Shadia. Sawyer, I've painted
Sawyer.
79 times.
Wow.
Um, in a couple weeks it'll be the 79th time. I actually thought I was past 80 at the beginning of this year, and I'm trying to get her to 100. So that's my mission this year, is to get her to 100. And Shadia I've painted 54 times.
Hmm.
And you know, like how I said, I had to cut a lot out. I had to cut a lot of them out because there was just too much of them. And I wanted to make sure I could represent almost everybody I painted. I couldn't get everybody, but I got almost everybody. And I'm just like, the thing with my work, like if any of you have really enjoyed any of the pieces, any single piece, and maybe really like gained, you know, just like took it in and saw the beauty of it, if it really gave it to you and you understand it like the way I intend it, um, that's cool. But when you see a book with all of this stuff together, it's just like next level. And I go through the page. Like I said, I make a piece of art, I put it out there, and then I'm like, what's next? But when you hold the book in your hand and you flip through the pages, that's when you really start to see how freaking insane and crazy I am for doing this. Like, who the hell does this shit, you know? And it's just, it's literally like, in many cases, you know, I always say like, you you're always, as an artist, you're always your worst self-critic. You're like, I could have did this better, I could have did that better. And I've noticed over the decades that if you put a piece of work that you finished aside for like 2 or 3 years and then you look at it again for the first time, you kind of see it with the eye of like someone else, like the viewer. You're no longer the critic, right? And you're like, huh, I was kind of hard on myself, maybe a little bit, or maybe it is as bad as I thought it was. But you get to see it with a fresh eye, and you get to appreciate it a little bit more than when you initially put it out, you know.
Hmm.
And so, like for me, when I go through the book, I can almost taste what people that love my work see. You know what I
That's
mean?
incredible.
But I know that like they get to really enjoy it more than I ever could, you know.
Hmm.
And it's pretty wild to see a whole collection together.
Yeah, so like you know, the kind of like as the artist, why do you think it's like that, that like you're just more critical of your own work whenever whenever you just get done making it, doing it? Is it, I'm wondering if it's like, could be because like you still know the pain and heartaches, or like you still, the flaws of the work is still fresh. Could it be because of that?
I think I think I think there's phases, right? I think when you're first learning art, you're just not technically good at these things,
Hmm.
and you're gonna be unhappy with your result because you have this expectation, right, in your head of how it's supposed to look, and you just couldn't get there for
Yeah.
whatever reason, right? You're just not experienced enough.
Hmm.
Um, Other phases are just letting go of your ego, letting go of the idea of perfectionism, which I think is unreachable, right?
Hmm.
Accepting the fact that you can try to get close, but you'll most likely never be perfect, you know? Also, like what you like today might evolve and not like 10 years from now. Sorry about my dog.
Oh, it's
Um,
okay. We're pup friendly here.
like there's so many factors, and after all these years, like I've been able to kill my perfectionist a little bit. I've been able to sort of accept imperfection, and one of the beauties of body painting is because it's on a human and they move around and it's a collaboration with a person, right? It's not
Yeah.
just mine. They can change the art. They can change their body and shift it. It's almost like a life hack or an artist hack,
Mm.
to abandon paper and let this person sort of shift it, and I can appreciate it better than I ever would, you know.
Hmm.
And I don't know. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So So going back to the comment you made of like having to cut out, a bunch of Sawyer from the book and stuff like that. Take it from a Sawyer fan, but you can never have too much Sawyer. Just wanted to
Yeah,
throw that out there.
yeah. Sawyer is a special one for sure. Like I think I don't know how many models I asked to paint in my life, but I could probably count them on two hands. Like I
Hmm.
don't like the first model I asked was my next door neighbor, and it was like the second body painting I did.
Hmm.
And after that, I had just like a small portfolio from like the body paintings that I did with the book, with the magazine, right?
Hmm.
And so I was able to post those online on this website, modelmayhem.com, and then models just started coming to me. They wanted to be painted, so they would DM me and say, "Okay, let's go," And then one day in 2014 or 2015, I was sitting in Hermosa Beach, and this girl skated by on roller skates, and I was Sawyer. And I just sat there and thought like, man, it'd be cool to paint her and have her in front of a gallery skating around, you know.
Hmm.
And I was just like, that would be cool if that happened. And that was that. But I was just like, yeah, I'm probably never gonna see that girl again, whatever. And then I was walking around the beach with my daughter, who was about 5 at the time, and I had my camera with me, and I saw her again skating. And I took a knee, I
Mm.
sat down, and I put the camera. I looked at her, and I kind of shook the camera at her, saying, kind of asking without words, "Can I take your picture?" Wasn't interrupting her skating or anything, and she seemed game. And so I started taking her picture with my daughter hanging at my arm, and and I didn't talk to her after that. We didn't talk. She just kept skating, and then I walked away.
Wow.
And then I posted that picture on this other Instagram page that I have, where I used to do a lot of surf photography and beach volleyball and things like that. So I posted her on that page skating, and she found it.
Hmm.
And I found her profile that way, and she had painted her own skin. She had done her own body painting on herself on this one picture.
Uh-huh.
And so I commented, I was like, "Oh, you should check out my other work here." And then we hit it off. Like, to be totally honest, she feels like we were meant to meet each other, and that's why we've painted 79 times. It's insane that anybody would even want to be painted that many times by anybody. It's insane that anybody would want to paint someone 79 times.
Hmm.
And she's like, she feels like family to me now. And like I said, this year, it's probably going to take me 2 years, but I'm pushing to get her to 100. And at some point, I want to release something of just her, of celebrating
Yes.
that 100. And this is the 10th year that I've painted her and Shadia.
Wow. Yeah.
And I just love, pure, when things are pure, and Sawyer and I were just meant to find each other.
Yes, yeah, from the story, like even before you just you ended with this, like from the story, I was just like saying to myself, like, wow, it's like it was meant to be. You and Sawyer, Roustan and Sawyer,
Yeah.
and kind of like one of my questions, and I think you may have answered it, maybe, but I'll ask it anyway. Like kind of when it comes to body painting, getting bodies to paint. Um, do you have like do you feel like you ever have like any shortage of canvases, let's call them? Like
No.
for example, like me with Beyond the NFT, there may reach a time where I'm like, oh crap, I need to find a guest. Start scrambling, Do you ever get
No,
any of
I
those
never.
feelings?
Not anymore. I never really did.
Mm-hmm.
I think thanks to my years doing caricature in the theme parks, like you're taught how to create art in 20 minutes as fast as you can with no mistakes.
Wow.
It transitioned really well into body painting for me,
Hmm.
and it allowed me to be like a top tier body painter, and because of that, like I just needed, four people to paint to create that initial portfolio, and like I was pretty good at it right off the bat, where most people the first time they try, they're not maybe as experienced at drawing and illustrating as I was. So like because of that, my DMs just got flooded, and it's never been an issue since back in 2005. It's crazy.
Hmm.
By the
Hmm.
way, MetaWolf, thank you for backing the book. Just sent you a towel.
Cheers, Metal Wolf. Yeah, I've been seeing those numbers just go up as we're going with along the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to feel like Decentraland is going to dominate over my mailing list, even, which is pretty crazy.
Come on, Decentraland, let's make it happen.
No expectations. The moral of today's show is please no expectations.
Yes, no expectations. Yeah. So kind of like, you've been doing this for quite a while now. And your work, it has always been bold and empowering. How do you create a safe and creative environment when painting on people? Like, because, for being able to do this for so long, like, there has to be people that, like, come back. It's not a one and
Yeah.
done experience.
Well, I mean, it varies from body painter to body painter.
Hmm.
Some body painters only paint a person once. I like to really get to know the person that I'm painting, so I prefer to paint them multiple times. And as a result, like it's harder to get painted because I don't want to paint someone the first time. I want to paint them the second, third, fourth time. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So like
Hmm.
I'm always going after people that I've already painted versus somebody new. Um, and at the same time, like they're also body painters that do it because they're creepy. Like it
Yeah.
varies. But one of my assets, I
Hmm.
think, is that I'm soft spoken and I have a lot of empathy,
Hmm.
and I think that naturally enforces a safe environment for the people that I paint.
Yeah.
Also, my motivations are true. There's no
Hmm.
sly sneakiness going on. I've been married for 23 years. My wife was the first person that I painted. Um, she's she's in all three books. She's like one of like I think two people that are in all three books.
Wow.
And I have two daughters, and like that's never been a motivation of mine.
Hmm.
It's funny because like I remember this one time painting a model, and she was pregnant, and she asked me, um, what does your wife think of this?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm a super straightforward, honorable dude. I don't mess around." And she knows that. And the model said, "No, I mean about girls hitting on you." And the thought never crossed my mind until she said that. I just never considered the possibility that somebody might be attracted to me while I'm painting them, even though that does happen. You know,
Yeah.
um, it's just I think just the type of person I am. It's just an asset that goes really well in this industry, and is part of the. I think it's part of the reason that I'm meant to do this.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. You are a very genuine human being, and it's whenever you're genuine, it shows. Like people can feel that
Yeah.
energy. Um.
I mean, it's a cool honor because, like, nobody really entirely sees themselves the way other people see them.
Hmm.
So, like, a lot of what I'm saying is just learned through experience, like, realizations through experience, right? But, I've painted people who've never been naked in front of anybody, and we're super nervous, and here they're coming to this stranger's house, this now older guy. And you're coming into his house and you're gonna just get naked and let him paint you. And it's like that's weird. But I luckily have realized and have been told by others that part of it is my ability to make people feel safe and disarm them from any worries. And literally once I start painting, everybody gets comfortable.
Hmm.
super fast. And then once the art starts to appear, they they start to shine. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So like as the creation is coming to life on their body, you can see them kind of like glow in a way. Like,
Yeah,
oh
it's
man,
magical.
that's
There
beautiful.
was I can tell once, I don't know if I've told this story before, but the one that really like has always stuck in me was this one time early on when I was painting for the magazine. They would hire me to paint at their magazine release parties, and so they would pay me. So I would be sitting there painting any of the guests at this nightclub that wanted to get body paint on them, and I would have a line because you don't have to like pay for it, you know. So I'd have a line of people wanting to get art put on them, and it was usually just like small designs. It wasn't full body paintings, you know. I
Hmm.
would I would cover chests and necks and arms and legs and things like that. And so this guy, I was painting somebody, and this guy came up to me and whispered in my ear. He was like, "I'm trying to get my wife to get painted. Can you do anything you possibly can to get her to take her top off? She just beat breast cancer and she's really shy about her breasts."
Hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll try. I mean, I'm not like a, you know, magical. I'm not a miracle worker, but I'll do what I can."
Yeah.
And so she sat down in front of me and she was really shy and nervous, really beautiful. And, you know, I just did what I normally do, and I got her feeling safe pretty quickly. I started painting on her neck, and was just having a small conversation with her, and eventually I was like, "Why don't you take your top off, and I'll paint you up," you know, and she did, and all of a sudden she started to really loosen up and get free, and her just whole demeanor started to change. And when I was done, I painted I think I painted like flowers on her. And when she was done and her husband took the picture of her and showed it to her and just looking at herself, you know, she was radiant like a sun. Like she had completely just like turned into this bright light in the space. And it was like one of the most beautiful things I saw my work do, you know, it was pretty cool.
Hmm. Yeah. Wow. And
You know,
thank you for
he
sharing
had
that
shared that
story.
nobody had seen her chest
Hmm.
except for the doctors, you know, and him, you know, and
Hmm.
here she was standing in a nightclub with like hundreds of people, you know, and it was cool. That was cool.
Aw. Yeah, that is an incredible way to just make someone feel comfortable with it within their body. And wow, that is an incredible story, Rustan. And I'm very happy that you've shared it with us. I don't think I've ever heard that story before.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories, man.
Yeah, I mean, with all the years under your belt, yes, I'm sure there are plenty of stories. You'll have stories for days and years to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, so, would I, wow, I guess my next question just became null and void with your last story, actually, which was like kind of I was gonna ask if you had any memorable moments or reactions from any like collectors or stories, like from your art that you've had from your art, which I feel like that would be it. um,
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard one to top. That's definitely
yes,
a hard one. I think almost any other story I would offer you, I'm sure I have some pretty cool ones, but
yeah.
like it would kind of diminish the power of that one, you
Yes,
know.
for sure, for sure. So I mean, I
Maybe
guess it.
another time. Maybe I'll save some for another time, right?
Yes, next Beyond the NFT episode, guys. We'll get some more stories. Um, so I guess we can kind of transition into your work with Casa Rustan.
Well,
Um,
before we do
oh
that,
yeah.
I want to announce that it looks like old guy, I think, got the very last copy. I
Oh.
think so.
Oh.
Yeah, old guy got the last of the copies that holds the first book. He got the last book.
Well, darn.
Congratulations, old guy, and
Congratulations.
thank you very much. I'll send you. your towel snap right now, and I'm honored to say the old guy got the very last copy. That's really
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yep,
Thank
yep.
you, old guy.
That's a great person to hold all three
Yeah.
volumes. So I mean, I guess I'll just have to settle with the with my name credited on the book version. I get.
So yeah, I mean, there's no other option. I mean, one thing I can say about Kickstarter is there are people that pull their requests, which is like I hope nobody does that with the towel snap emote after I send it. But occasionally, like there's a few Kickstarter backers that I think got that tier. So keep your eye on the last 48 hours if you really,
Okay.
really wanted it, because you might be able to snipe it if
Oh.
someone does that.
Okay, okay, so pay, like, is there like a kind of ability to like upgrade? Like, let's say I've already
Yes.
put in a
Yeah.
pledge for one. Oh, okay, so
Yeah. You can change your pledge at
maybe
any
I'll do
time.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that actually. I'll keep an eye out on the
No guarantees. There's not
yeah.
many of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if a Kickstarter backer did that. Like I'm impressed with Kickstarter. Like I think before today, 30% of the backers are from just Kickstarter discovery. That's a pretty big number.
Yeah.
But some of them are weird. Some of them are people that back it and then remove it. So it's strange. But
Okay,
yeah.
well, either way, if anyone pulls it, which they shouldn't be pulling that gem of a pledge, if anyone does it, I'll be watching for sure. So, so far, you are $880 shy of your goal. So, I think I think we may have the pledge goal here soon. I'd give it perhaps maybe even a week at most.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you so much, Decentraland. Amazing.
Yep. We love Decentraland, that's for sure. All right. So back to Casa Rustan. Yeah, so we spoke a little bit about Casa Rustan a little earlier about how you deployed onto your land on the Decentraland sign back in 2021. Me being amongst one of the first to come to one of the people that come to the first events at Casa Rustan. Um, and recently you've implemented OP badges
Yeah,
to Casa Rustan, and I mean as well as Decentraland as a whole. Um,
yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
That was crazy. Like, I mean, those of us that were here in 2021 know, saw and know the power of popes. Um, I definitely remember watching people collect them on my first opening at Casa Rustan, before it was Casa Rustan, when it was just the Roustan Gallery, and Lastrom had helped me set up the Pope dispenser. And you just see all these alts running in, snatching it up. Like I gave away, I think, 540 popes at my first party, and it was limited to that. So the next one was like 1,800, and
Wow.
it was crazy. And then that went away because popes got weird and started limiting everybody. Like one of my parties, they only gave me 100, and I was like, yeah, there's gonna be way more than 100 people. One of them they gave me like 50. And I was like, yeah, I'm not using popes anymore. So we started using neats, and then Stony and Make were pushing OP badges, but they were
Hmm.
doing it with the links where you go to the site and claim it. And
Yep.
and I knew that wasn't efficient, but
It.
I saw the potential of the OP website, and then they dropped a pass, a special NFT that gives you all these extra benefits. And I was also blurring Cursor AI vibe coding at the time. And I bought the pass, and then I realized the pass granted me API access to the badges, and I was like, holy shit, I think that means I can make a dispenser. So I immediately jumped on Cursor, and within 3 hours got a dispenser working at Riviera Roustan. And I put that live and started testing it with other people and got it working, and was the first person to create an in-world badge dispenser for OP, which was originally primarily partnering with Otherside, and Otherside still hasn't done it yet. There's
Hmm.
a couple of devs that could do it, and they still haven't done it. And so my mission was to get Decentraland to the top of the leaderboards of people that claim OP badges,
Hmm.
and we've been there now for the last 3 or 4 months. I think we're dominating the hell out of it with all our communities, Decentraland, CBD, Stony Eye,
Hmm.
MetaBeast,
Hmm.
uh, and OP has taken notice of that, and so it's created awareness around Decentraland. People that hadn't been in Decentraland for years have popped back in to claim badges, and that was my mission one from that. The second mission is still unachieved, and that's to get the foundation to take it over and implement it within Decentraland. And who knows what's going to happen? But like really, like we don't know what will happen with OP. Like anything could disappear overnight, right? But
Yep.
I'm staying positive and focused and just paying attention to the now. But one of the recent contests that I did was drop one of the first AI badges because now you can create badges with AI prompts instead of like dragging and dropping and creating an image. You can have OP do it for you.
Yep.
So I did one of the first, made that claimable in Decentraland, and I was trying trying to demonstrate how powerful Decentraland is and how many people will claim it. And we actually had, with the exception of one guy who was doing a badge that was botted, every time we took the top spot, he kept adding more claims, and they were all fake people.
Uh-huh.
But ours were all legit. All like there was nobody in Decentraland alting. It was all legit, and we got the most badges in the entire AI contest they were running. But we didn't win the contest because half of our badge collectors don't have an OP account. So
Mm.
if you don't have an OP account, I highly recommend you create an account if you've been collecting badges in Decentraland. It validates our collections even more, and you get a lot of like special features within the openpage.fun website. Um, and you can see your entire collection in there, and it's pretty cool. So I highly recommend it. It's helpful to the Decentraland community. It's helpful to the awareness of Decentraland. If you don't have that, go make an account. It's safe. It's easy. You just connect your wallet and add your name, and you're good to go. Because if we had all our peeps doing that, we would have dominated that, and it would be undeniable that Decentraland runs the show, basically. Um, but yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool, and I really hope it continues to grow, and and I hope someday, Foundation can run it, and we'll see what happens. Who knows? Who knows? The last time I was pumping you guys up for something, it was Hyperfy, and we saw where that went. A lot of people got some pretty hefty airdrops. If there's who knows what'll happen here, but I'm certainly collecting as many badges as I can and participating in everything they're doing. Because who knows if they someday drop an airdrop.
Exactly. Yeah, you never know, never know. So, since we are on the OP topic, I would like to remind everyone that watching tonight to make sure to claim your OP badge for tonight's event. We have a nice OP with Rustan's XPFP, and so yeah, make sure to grab that if you haven't, Rustan. So far, we have 30 collectors or 30 holders. Thank you, everyone, for picking it up. So, I sometimes I wonder, like, you were mentioning how you would like the Decentraland to kind of pick up the Decentraland OP community, but in a way, would you say Decentraland could do it as well as we do? I and I'm not saying anything
Well,
bad about their abilities, but I don't think so.
the thing that I would like to see is have this implemented in the Creator Hub so that you can just put
Ah,
badges on your builds and not depend on me,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
not have to DM me to do it, and then I don't want to continue to be responsible. Like I'm not like a dev, you know? So like the badge could still be improved. And I just don't know how to do it. And it like even cursor is hard to figure out how to get cursor to do it. But I've got it down to where it's simple, relatively bot safe, and it's working, you know, overall. Except for there's issues. Some people like their I think it's their internet service provider, and OPS has told me that this is the case for their own site. Even some internet service providers just sort of automatically block it, and so certain things, certain antivirus softwares kind of block it. So you have to leave yourself in a risky situation in order to claim it if you can't.
Hmm.
That's the only negative I've never been able to solve, and I've tried so many things to solve that, but it just not doesn't work. But
Okay.
like it would be cool if like a dev could solve that, you know.
Hmm.
That's what I hope for, to relieve myself of the duty and hand it off to the foundation.
Yeah, which I mean, it would be ideal for sure, and I would love to see a like a Decentraland like the option to put in like the OP claim on the Decentraland Creator Hub. That would make things a
Right.
lot easier.
Right. Also, like the value of this, doing it through OP, like Decentraland could just make their own dispenser, you know, but that's not as valuable
Mm-hmm.
because it's not connected outside of Decentraland. It's not connected to, I think the founders of OP told me there's like over 900 other communities on OpenPage
Mm-hmm.
that, and you know, and we're in like the top 5 every week. Um, so we're just dominating, you know, but like those other communities get to see us and we can potentially get them to onboard into Decentraland, you know, and that to me is extremely valuable. Like I wouldn't have cared of anything about this if it didn't have that ability for discovery. So that's why I went so hard on it. But yeah, so that's the thing that I've shared with Foundation. I've actually put the founders in touch with them, and you know I have to leave it on those people to sort of figure it out without me, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, to any viewers that may be just signing up to OpenPage today, making their account, is your Roustan Genesis printer kicks, are they available still, or like the outfit that you had going?
Oh wow. um that's a good question, man. Like I said, I do something and then I forget about it, you know.
Like
i
because
think the I think the hoodie and the shoes I think are no longer available, and
okay.
the pants and the hat are. I can't remember which ones are still available and which ones are gone forever.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I went into OP hardcore, so that wearable is the first wearable on OP, first creator wearable. Uh, and you know, I knew how to do everything because of Decentraland taught me how to do everything. And most of the people using OP are new at this stuff, and so they were trying to figure it out. And like, I had a wearable ready to go within like an hour of them announcing it, you know. And so they asked me to release it first, and I was like, hell yeah.
What an
But
honor.
of course, I had to make the. I think it's the hoodie. I think it's the hoodie, and it might be the. I think it's the kicks and the hoodie are no longer available to mint.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, yes, okay, yeah, yeah, I see now. The pants say live, the hat says live, the hoodie kicks, yeah, the hoodie and kicks are not live. It says
Yeah,
ended.
so those are. I mean, I imagine you could probably make a bid on secondary and get those
Hmm.
pretty easily because a lot of people claimed it. You know.
Yep. So these wearables, these assets that you pick up on OP, you could dress your avatar with them. As you can see, my avatar is all Roustanned out right here. Looking good.
Yep.
There we go. There's a view. You know, OP does have a lot of potential. If they keep working at it and stay motivated, the team, then I think they can take OP like everywhere. The
Yeah.
sky's the limit
Totally.
for them.
Totally. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it goes as we all hope, and we'll see what happens. You never know.
You never know. So let's see. Let's check back and see if anyone has claimed their Roustan OP badge, which I mean 30 was is like the amount that usually claims for beyond the NFT. So I think we have hit capacity and maybe 8 people more if we wanted the whole fam to have one. So yeah. Okay, so we've covered the book, we've covered Rustan, OP. I mean, what's next, Rustan? Um what exciting things are, or what are you excited for within like Decentraland Web3, like with all the developments that have happened over the last, I would say year, that like development started kind of just accelerating, and the addition of cursor AI.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. All these new faces that I'm seeing every day. I'm excited to see old faces that used to like rage DM me about how much they hated Decentraland. Now they're back every day, like building. That excites me.
Hmm.
Um, I've never gotten to that point of rage. I empathize with them and their frustrations, but I've always been like, you can't build Rome overnight, right? And what we're seeing this past year has been really amazing in Decentraland, and it's competition a year ago was like Nifty Island and other side, and of course like we shouldn't think of it as competition, right? We should think of it as like if one of us succeeds, it helps everybody else. Like we're all sort of in this together, and but man, Decentraland is shining right now. It like to me, it looks amazing. I love how it looks, uh, and I'm having a lot of fun here, like which has always been my main motivator.
Yep. Yeah, I too am having a lot of fun on the Central End, and I agree with you. Like it's been a breath of fresh air just seeing all our friends pop back in, as well as like even the volume of new users coming in, whether if it's on mobile or they saw Decentraland in the what's the most recent campaign that they did, the MetaMask campaign.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
I've met some people. I met some new friends that joined through the MetaMask campaign and were like, "Yo, like this is
that's
actually
cool.
awesome." Like I first logged in back in 2021, and I'm just like sitting there like, "Lol, there used to be green walls back then." You
Well,
could
the big
end.
one for me was like, during the spring break, my daughter Fifi was all up in Decentraland, just like having a great time. She went back to school, so she's like AFK right now, but she's gonna be back in a couple weeks, just going nuts in here, I think again. And like, but that to me, like, even though Decentraland is promoting themselves as 18 plus only now, let's get real. Kids are gonna come in as they will if they want to, but it's a huge thing that she was having fun here.
Yep, yep,
It's a huge
100%.
thing.
Yeah, it was awesome having Fifi around. I remember one night she was like saying like, "Hey, I'm trying to get a big game going at the game arena." So I like told her, I'm like, "Hey, let's like come to Beyond the NFT on Monday, and we'll do some game arena sessions after the show." And I believe at one point we may have had like 8 to 10 people joining in with
Yeah,
us. So that was a bit chaotic, and she got to experience the chaos.
yeah, yeah, and she kind of dominated too, didn't she?
She is a boss, yes. Especially like in the parkour ones, the one like
Oh yeah,
the oh
jeez.
dude. Is that your secret weapon, your parkour secret
I guess
weapon?
so. No, no, I learned in the trenches at Allcoin Radio
The
and
coin
Pepe
radio.
God too. I learned hardcore. I know how to parkour too, but yeah, she's fully trained from Roblox.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean the thing is that like once Roblox stops being so appealing to like individuals, younger individuals, like when they start realizing that it's like, hey, I want to own my own assets, I want to own my own IP. That's when Decentraland is going to be looking real good for these individuals.
Yeah, it could. It definitely could. We shall see.
Graphical mentioning about like back in 2021, he was saying I loved wandering in DC in the DCL wasteland and stumbling on an active build.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing too. I just like exploring.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be one of my activities here. Actually, come tomorrow, I will be streaming from the Decentraland YouTube account officially.
Wow. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. I have a few hours like throughout the week locked in, and that's one of the things that I kind of want to do. Like, I want to kind of just be able to explore and maybe even give a little bit of history, like of like what I may come across. Like, for example, like you always see those Mario builds and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or like I don't know if you remember Ferguson.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the like that like how they had like kind of like a gallery of builds that they would sell back in the day,
Yes.
like, and
Yeah.
they're still deployed all over Decentraland. Just like be able to walk by one and be like, "That's a Ferguson build."
Yeah. I believe the land Casa Rustan is on was once owned by Ferguson. There was a flipper between me and him, but I got it from the flipper, you know?
Wait, was it you that told me that like when you got Casa Rustan, it was like a Mario build?
Yeah, the Mario
Yeah.
build. Yeah, and I renovated it.
Yeah, yeah, that is kind of like incredible. And I'm gonna jump over to Kazakhstan because like whenever you had mentioned that, I had to like look at Kazakhstan real quick and like do a double take and be like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, this is the freaking."
Yeah, and you can see the Mario build a few parcels away, northeast. You know,
Right.
it's right there, so you can compare easily. But yeah,
Yeah, oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay,
that
so
build came with the land, and I asked the seller, I was like, can I use this? Like, can I mess with this build? Like, do I have rights to use this build? And he's like, yeah, do whatever you want. And so I got rid of the windows, extended some floor, and added a stairway to the rooftop, and then put the hot tub in there.
Yep, yep, yeah, and like in the original build right here next to Princess Peach, there's like a window. This is where the stairs to get to the roof are. Oh my God.
Yep.
And I mean, what a way to repurpose some, like to me it's those builds have always been kind of like meh, like it's just a placeholder
Yeah.
builder. And
Yeah, but back then I didn't know how to do any of it. I'd never heard of Blender. And then I was like, okay, let me figure out I wasn't going to try to build a house from scratch. So I was like, let me figure out how I can manipulate this build that already exists.
mm-hmm. Whoa, did Kazakhstan change colors since like the last time I was here, which was like for MoFi Monday? Like the floors are different or red.
Oh,
Or what was it?
so I added a new light. It might still be on. Someone's probably still there, maybe.
Yes, yes, MDH is here.
So when the fire comes on,
Ah,
the it turns red.
I see, I see. And I should actually have access to the fire.
Yeah.
That's
Well, it's kind of tricky to control, but yeah, you should have access to it.
Mofaya, I got it. I got it on. Mofaya, Mofaya, let's go. Big shout out to Stony Eye and
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I mean I guess we could give a little bit of love to the Monday night events that take place here at Casa Rustan,
Yeah.
Mofaya Mondays.
Yeah, man. OG hustler. Like it's like we're cut from the same cloth, you know. He's been playing music and he's been playing music for probably about as long as I've been body painting, you know, with like famous bands and stuff.
Hmm.
And he actually kind of learned to DJ through Sultry Dubs. She was the DJ originally.
Hmm.
But he dove into Web3 um per her guidance, and he's never stepped away, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
he's an OG that's been working hard and like giving and giving and earning and earning and it's really cool.
Yep, yep. Yeah, he's always been one of the realest people I know here in Decentraland.
Yeah.
I'll share a story with you, um, about like when Stony, or at least I felt like Stony like finally like saw me as an individual. Like he just randomly messaged me one time and like says to me like, "Hey, Sinful, I got something for you." And so then he sends me these two graphics of like it just says Sinful Meat Stick and like kind of like his graffiti style. I have it on screen right now. Um, and kind of he just said like, I see you, I like what you're doing, this is just a little something from me to you. And
That's cool.
that has stuck
That's really
with
cool.
me. Yep, yep. This is a it was he sent me this and another one that's like has more color to it. Oh, here it is. I'll actually open it.
And I can vouch for him and Sultry. Like I've met him, I've hung out with them for many hours in real life, many times. We've gotten together probably at least a dozen times now. And they are both just great human beings overall. They're just unbelievably awesome human beings. I strive to be as awesome as they are.
Yes, yes. I'm right there with you, Rustan. I also do like incredible humans. We love you, Stony. If you're listening, Stony, we love you. Sultry, if you're listening, we love you. And we love little
If
Stony as well. Yo,
if you're ever having a tough time with anything, going through something difficult, just always ask yourself, what would Stony do?
yes. What would Stony do? And also, oh, dude, did you see the? I think this was either last weekend or the weekend before. Stony was like sharing like clips on Instagram, I believe, of Lil Stony on stage, just being like, "Mo
Oh no,
fire, Mo fire, Mo
no
fire."
way.
Yes,
I
he was
didn't. I
like,
did not see that.
like
That's amazing.
IRL stage, but and Lil Stony even busted out the harmonica live.
It's awesome. Yeah, he did that live last week too at Casa
Uh,
Roustan.
oh
Stoney was
man.
able to get him to do it.
That kid, that boy, he's gonna. I see greatness in him. I see greatness in him. He's got incredible parents, so I definitely see greatness within Lil Stony,
Oh, for
and
sure,
and
for
he's got
sure, no
us.
doubt, no doubt, he is going to be a beast.
Yeah, like if you think about it, like like let's say a kid like somewhere starting off their music career, like they start out from zero. Maybe they'll like start out with the school, the people that are around them in school. But Lil Stony, the day he decides to like, you know, push towards something, his creative journey, he will have us off rip.
Totally, totally.
Yep. That's gonna be incredible. Okay, okay. I know we've almost gone here for 2 hours. I know when we spoke, it's like it could be a quick one. Might not be a quick one, but it's always good talking to you, Rustan. So I guess
Likewise.
what do you think about getting into kind of I guess some final questions?
Yeah, totally. We've
Yeah.
been we've been jibber jabbing long enough.
So for any artist who wants to blend physical art with Web3, what advice would you give them?
Don't hesitate. Don't listen to that little voice in your head, and don't pay attention to freaking stupid headlines flooding everything because this shit is the ultra convenience, ultra efficient way. Like, don't hesitate, man.
Yeah, 100%. I have to agree with you. Let's see. About 4 years ago and 2 months, I didn't hesitate, and here we are right now sitting here
Yeah,
or
yeah,
oof, for Beyond the NFT. So
yeah.
I can vouch for that one personally.
Amazing. And we saw the power of it tonight with all great Decentralanders supporting
Yes.
my Kickstarter. I mean, like you can't easily do that
Hmm.
anywhere else. It's about like how much you commit, how much you give, and the community supports you in the future. It's beautiful. And like you watch all these marketing guru experts talk about how to run a social media channel, and it just doesn't work the same. It's not as powerful as this is. This freaking metaverse that's supposed to be dead. People tell me all the time is dead, and I continue to thrive on it. It's like, okay, you believe what you want to believe. I'm gonna stick around here.
Yeah, like apparently, six new backers within the last 2 hours, signifies a dead metaverse. I don't think so.
Yeah, 6 new top of the linebackers, by the way. It's
Yes.
pretty. Thank
Yeah.
you, everyone, again and again and again.
Hmm.
That's amazing.
Yep, yep, incredible. And yeah, I mean, personally, myself, I will be backing this project as soon as we get done with the stream. I didn't want to do it just yet because there's a credit card information
Yeah,
section that I got to
yeah.
fill out, and I don't want to do that
Safety
on stream.
first. Safety first.
uh,
Damn credit cards.
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
People still
But
use those things.
but little do they know, if anyone tries to steal my credit card information or anything like that, they'll like look at what I have and they'll feel bad and probably like make payments for me. Alrighty. Let's see. Do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to leave our friends with tonight?
Um, just that I'm beyond grateful for the last 6 years. It's been an amazing, amazing thing to experience and share and partake in. I'm really grateful for everybody that is in this.
Yep. Yeah, and yep, beautiful words. Bitcoin says rip metaverse lol. Yeah, I have to agree with you, Rustan. Gotta agree with you. And, thank you once again for coming to Beyond the NFT. Like, and I want to kind of like just put this out there for you and for, all the friends around me that are always here for me as well. Uh, it doesn't matter how many times you come on Beyond the NFT. I never want you guys to feel like, like you've been on the show too much or anything like that. Like I strive to have a show where my good friends could come on at any moment that they want because they have exciting news or something they want to share or they just want to talk to everyone. Like I want this to be a place for you guys. So thank you, Rustan.
Yeah, thank you. Um, there was one more thing that I wanted to say, but I think I just forgot it.
Oh no.
What was it? Damn, shit. Oh well, it's gone. It's gone.
Oh no. Okay, let's see. I'll read off some comments here while maybe you can process while I'm reading them off. Excuse me. 85 says, Rustan, I had never heard from you, so this was all new to me. So, and let's see, Fancy and Graphical have been active. Oop. We're all a
Oh,
proper. Oh, go ahead.
I remembered what I had to say. I
Let's go.
remember. Um, so 20, I mentioned this a little bit earlier. 2011, I was an early adopter to Google Plus, and like I said, that was by far the greatest social network I've ever experienced. Like within 3 months, I was invited to the Google headquarters, and I sat down with the vice president of Google next door to the Lions Den, Larry Page's office.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The value of that social connection was so strong, and Decentraland is in the same class or better. And what I can say is when I started in 2021 with NFTs, Google Plus failed to succeed. They removed it. A lot of the connections I made there still exist today. Like we stopped talking for years, but we all still know each other and remember each other. And if we had like someone from those days commented on one of my recent Instagram posts, and I hadn't talked to them in like 10 years, you know. I see us in the same way that I see those connections I made then, but maybe times 10, you know, like we are forever locked in each other's family. And, you know, if Decentraland doesn't exist in 5, 10 years, we still will be able to connect, even if it's like once every 5, 10 years, you know, like we are like, together in blood now, it feels like, and
Hmm.
I'm extremely confident about that.
Hmm. Yeah, totally. And this kind of relates to what Graphical said. He said in World, we're all a proper family here. You've all helped me through good times and bad times. Love you all. So yeah,
True, true,
that
true,
that
true.
that is the thing. Like, and I'm by no means like wanting this, but like if the Decentraland were to shut the lights off tomorrow, I'm confident that like I'll have friends wherever our next, wherever our next portion of the journey leads us, whether, I don't know, other side or whatever, new metaverse, hyperfi, whatever it may be. I know that I'll have friends that will
Yeah,
come visit
no
me.
doubt.
Hmm.
No doubt at all. I know that for a fact that will happen.
Hmm.
Like hopefully Decentraland doesn't disappear, but if it did, we're still always in it together.
Hmm. Yeah. We've made some very strong connections here, and these connections are things that should not be taken for granted because they are so rare in this world. I mean, I started streaming 2018, and I had two viewers on my streams for like 3 years. Well, 2018 all the way to late 2021, if that says anything for you, like how beautiful this community is, because the moment that this community found me, my I started having friends that would come and support and watch the content I was making.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's see, I think I some of the most inspiring people I've met in the last 10 years are in DCL. Oh man, that is big from like, a powerhouse like Bitcoin, like to say.
Amen, Bitcoin. Amen.
Amen, amen. We love you, Bitcoin. And he's a pretty great neighbor to have like across Casa
Oh yeah.
Rustan. I've
Oh,
been
totally.
seeing all the stuff that he builds, and sometimes after the
Yeah.
Meta Beast roaming party, we'll jump over there and
He's building some great stuff, man. Great
hmm
stuff.
yeah, yeah, really great stuff. Bitcoin, Merversal. I know you're out here, or you were out here. Yeah, like doing great. All right, all right. So, yeah, you gave your final thoughts. I believe that is a wrap for tonight's show.
Thank you all. Gonna have dinner with the fam.
Yes, yes. Enjoy your dinner, Rustan. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Still 31 people deep at La Cantina on Decentraland. We have 6 or 7 viewers on Twitch. Oh, 8 viewers on Twitch, and a few other viewers on different platforms. This has been an incredible interview. Thank you all, and we'll see you back here next week for another episode of Beyond the NFT.